All right. So, what a story we have on our hands with Diddy, obviously. And man, I was just looking something up for to cover the Diddy story further in terms of like updates and so on and so forth. Dude, I literally completely forgot that his girl died in 2018. And I never really looked into it because in 2018, Diddy had done such a good job of presenting himself as I don't know, not a gangster. Not a gangster. Now I'm looking at this thing. So okay, so let me just say, like, what did I not know then, and what do I know now? And then I'll go through the circumstances of his baby's mom's death, which are super sus, dude. Super sus. Now, do I have any evidence that he actually whacked her out? No, of course not. But we're going to talk about a bunch of things we do know, and then I'm going to run through the story of how Kim Porter, the mother of his 3 kids, died. Right? So I don't know, man. It's listen, when you see basically like how her death was characterized the way that it was, like who says, okay, yeah, this is how she died. You're like, if I was going to go scale a 1 to 10 on most easily corruptible people to solve that problem, this person might be like a 12, you know? So we're going to go through that. And then I want to talk about the story. Okay. So the other thing I really wanted to do, the whole thing I was going to talk about before I saw that was about the story. Like, cause it seems like the narrative now is Diddy was not on the plane to Antigua, but what was on the plane is all this evidence that like the story is that like he got all of his evidence out of there. And I do not think that's accurate at all. I'll tell you, I don't think he got tipped off. Like, I really don't think he got tipped off. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Like, someone's going to have to explain to me, okay, so if he got tipped off, then why XYZ? And also, if he didn't get tipped off, think about what they probably got, dude. I think he has more than 2 homes. Why do you think they chose those 2 homes? Probably because they knew what was there. You know what I mean? Oh, don't worry. We're going to talk. We're definitely going to talk Tupac's murder also. Okay, so let's start. By the way, if you're new to the channel, welcome, you guys. If you just found me on the Diddy stuff, I got like, Jesus. I mean, I don't know. The channel's growing very fast. I think I gained like 1,400 subscribers yesterday or something like that. So welcome to the show, you guys. I'm happy that you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. You won't be disappointed. All right. So let's start with the Kim Porter story. Because if you guys actually hang on, let me show this to you guys. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So, so this is Kim Porter. Okay. So she, oh my God, I didn't even see this yet. Conspiracy theories on her death. Look at that. Dude, no joke. I had not even seen that. I didn't even know that people were speculating that maybe he whacked her out. I literally just saw she died, and then I looked into how she died, and I had a conspiracy theory instantly. I have not read any of this, dude. Nothing. So his late ex is Kim Porter. They have 3 kids together. Like his 3 oldest kids, those are all hers. All right. So before I even get into this, because now I feel like I should qualify this with what my theory was before I even read this, because I haven't read it yet. So basically, is that right, dude? No, dude, that makes perfect sense. I had no idea, dude. I know. How come none of my black friends told me, dude? Probably because we've never discussed Diddy before. Hey, like every black person in the world is all, dude, are you serious, man? All of us know he killed her. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. Well, I'm late to the party, man. But, well, here's the other thing, dude. None of us, she was writing a book. He got her, dude. So not like I would say, I don't know. Like I would consider myself like a not that interested in Diddy person until recently. And so I didn't know any of those details. Like I basically started following Diddy when this shit blew up a couple months ago, where it was like, oh, dude, guys drugging people. And like, oh, Kid Cudi was dating his ex, and Diddy was like, hey, I want someone to blow up this motherfucker's car in front of his house. And it got blown up. Like he's like, I want you to blow up the car while he's home. And it's like, yeah, someone blew up my car while I was home. It's like, Jesus, man. Like you're like your ex, because this is the thing, dude. Guys like psycho dudes that beat up girls, like possessive lunatic dudes are always possessive lunatic dudes. Like it's not like, okay, so if someone at age 48 is a psycho over girls, it's willing to blow up a dude's car, or like, I heard stories about other rappers that were working with her and they were like, don't talk to Diddy's girl, man, he's crazy. Like you don't like grow into that. You know what I mean? If anything, when you're older, you're less likely to be a psycho like that. So if at age 48 or 50 or whatever, he's blowing this stuff up, he's doing that, you can rest assured that when he was younger, for sure, he was a psycho, right? So dude, I'm sorry, man. You're right. I'm late on this, dude. But listen, trust me when I tell you, if I wasn't on the he killed Kim Porter train, that means 80% of people weren't either. Like all the smart people apparently knew, but I'm a dumbass and like 80% of us are idiots. And so I got to educate the morons. So, I mean, yeah, listen, dude, these guys that kill women, like it's just a matter of which woman is there when they like finally snap. But Diddy, dude, this guy has multiple situations where he committed, fed time, violent crimes, and they got cleaned up. Like you think that story's made up about him and his kids shooting that guy in the bathroom? Yeah, right. He for sure did that, dude. Like that's way too specific. And then you got other stories about him whacking people out. The Tupac thing's a little bit shaky. I do know a lot about that one. That one is a little bit shaky only because Pac and Suge and them beat the fuck out of that dude in the casino earlier that night. You know what I mean? So it's like, what's more likely? Like I'm not saying that Keefe D and those guys were not connected to Puff, but if you're like, why did they shoot and kill Tupac that night? You're like, well, either there's this conspiracy where Diddy put a price on Tupac's head, or an hour ago, Tupac and those guys smashed the guy. Why can't I remember his name? I know Waldemariam is the dude that Snoop killed. Man, I cannot remember that guy's name. If someone puts his name in, I'll remember. But anyway, and then they smoked him, right? And then and then you have the Shine shooting where a lot of people said that Diddy's the one that fired the shots, and then Shine took the rap and did the 10. But anyway, bottom line, it's a guy who's obviously committed tons of violence and gotten away with it, right? So listen, dude. So here's the story, right? Orlando Jordan's wrong. Orlando Anderson. It's Orlando Anderson. Thank you for the first half, though. Orlando Anderson is the one that did it. Who he ended up getting murdered in California very very soon afterwards. So okay, so Diddy always does these like, oh, listen, I miss my baby. She's my soulmate. Kim Porter was my soulmate. And you're like, were you guys married? Nope. Oh, she was your ex-girlfriend? All right. So like if she was your soulmate, then why weren't you together? You think they weren't together because of her? She's not your soulmate, dude. And you want to know what else? What about other narcissistic sociopaths that murdered their spouse? Like, as an example, Courtney Love, who for sure whacked out Kurt Cobain. For sure. If you have not seen the documentary Soaked in Bleach, go watch that, because for sure, absolutely for sure, allegedly, I forget, allegedly, Courtney Love allegedly for 100% sure had Kurt Cobain killed. And then every year she's like, I miss you so much, Kurt. Yeah, fucking right, dude. So Diddy also is one of these psychos that was always doing that, right? All right. So I don't know that, like, I want to get to the part about the conspiracy. So this is what I read about. What did Kim Porter die from? It's lobar pneumonia. Okay. She died of something called lobar pneumonia. And I'm going to show you why that's really bizarre. So she died on November 2018 at the age of 47 from lobar pneumonia. She and Combs dated off and on for over a decade, had 3 children together. In an interview in 2019, Combs called Porter his soulmate and revealed her last words. I bet her last words are something like, don't do it. Don't do it. I won't write the book, Puffy. So don't call me Puffy. My name's Diddy. I won't write the book, Diddy. I love my children. Don't do it. He's a psycho. Anyway, he said a few days before she died, she had the flu and wasn't feeling well. So she sent the kids to his house. One night I was checking on her and she was like, Puffy, take care of my babies. Okay. So right out of the gate, right? One night I was checking on her and she was like, Puffy, take care of my babies. She actually said that to me before she died. I actually do believe that. Like after he poisoned her and he's like, look in my eyes. I want my eyes to be the last eyes you see. You going down, and she's all, take care of my babies. That makes sense to me. But if she's at a stage where she's like, take care of my babies, why the fuck isn't she in the hospital, dude? You know what I mean? Like, this is Diddy's story. Like, Diddy's the one, take care of my baby. Okay, cool. So she's like, I'm going to die. Why is she in her house? Why is she not? Why did they not call an ambulance? Wait, hang on. So you're there. She's your soulmate. I'm here. Hey, baby, I just want to check on you and see if you need some soup. You want some chicken soup? She's like, I just want you to promise you'll take care of my babies. I don't think I'm going to make it. He's like, I will. I'll take care of your babies. Don't even worry about that, girl. She's like, okay, cool. I'm going to die now. He's all, let's definitely not call an ambulance. Like, let's just, let's just check. Let's just see what happens. Give me a break. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that makes no sense. That story, if you have a suspect, right, and they have motive, which apparently she was writing a book, and now we know why he would have wanted to whack someone out who might be writing a book about him, right? If you got a suspect who you want to whack out, or or there's a suspect who had a reason to whack him out, you got to listen very closely to their story, right? Because I can tell you right now, what's the right way to put this? Have any of you guys know someone who died, and you spoke to them recently before that, or you saw them recently before that? It's unbelievable the specificity that you can remember things. Like, you're like, dude, I just saw him 2 days ago. And you can remember every single thing that you guys talked about. You remember exactly what they look like, all that. This is his baby's mom, the mother of his kids. So if he tells a story, that's either what happened or he's making something up. Okay. So bottom line is, if he said oh yeah, she said, take care of my babies. Well, again, that's a huge red flag, because you're like, then why didn't you call an ambulance, dude? Right? So on that note, right? Why didn't you call an ambulance? Okay. So when he got the news, Combs said there was screaming and crying, but he quickly remembered Porter's words and he jumped into mommy mode to ensure his children didn't hear about their mother's death on social media or the news. All right. Why is Diddy embroiled in controversy right now? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we all know this. He allegedly sex trafficked in an abusive 10-year relationship with his ex-partner, Cassie. Suit was settled the next day. Hang on. I want to find this. I want to find the thing about this. Oops. Let's see the conspiracy. Okay, here we go. So why does everybody think that she died of pneumonia, right? Super bizarre circumstances. Right? Although the Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner Coroner ruled Porter's death cause of death as lobar pneumonia, some fans have taken to platforms like Reddit to hypothesize conspiracy theories around her passing. Okay. So, number one, have you guys seen Porter's ex-husband, he says it's a result of foul play. Oh man, dude, there's all kinds of stuff on this. Yeah, I mean, anybody that's like, welcome to the party, pal. Okay, well, fuck, dude. I can promise you if I didn't know, then lots of people didn't know, you know? No, I have not seen this. Young white girl he adopted. No. I will, though. He whacked her out in 2018. Okay, so wait, hang on. Porter reportedly told Schur that she was running, and he supposedly said, call the FBI. However, these claims haven't been verified by, okay, so the fucking ex-husband was like, call the FBI because she's running from Diddy. In another report published this month, conspiracies began surfacing around Kimora Lee Simmons being a potential target of an attack orchestrated by Diddy. Baby Fat founder revealed that fire had broken out in her home. Okay, well, that is because Russell Simmons, you know, like she got Russell Simmons money, and then she got half Russell Simmons money. He's like in Indonesia with like no money. Russell Simmons is. That's a crazy ass story. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. So let's read though about this. Okay, let's read about lobar pneumonia. Okay, because again, if you want to talk, okay, like have you guys seen have you seen the show Ray Donovan? You know, you seen Ray Donovan? Because if you think that's not based on reality, you're crazy. There are fixers there. Like you're in LA. You have people whose lives are worth so much money. You know what I mean? Like you put them in a movie. It's not quite as much now, but certainly like The Rock. I mean, obviously The Rock is not involved in this, I wouldn't think, but like The Rock, what's his life worth to a studio executive? And so if he gets in a jackpot and he's like, listen, man, I don't know what the hell I was doing, man. Last thing I remember, I was doing blow off some girl's vagina. And the next thing I know, she's dead. I need somebody to clean this up. Like they have fixers that'll come fix it up, dude. They'll come fix it up. And you want to know one resource that for sure a resource like that will have? Coroner. What determines whether or not there was a crime committed, right? Someone dies. What determines whether there's a crime committed? Coroner. You know what I mean? Big Black Ninja. Jesse, let me oil you up. You can oil me the fuck up, dog. Whenever you want. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, I should say on MMA news. Why don't you go check my stats, dog? The people are very clear about what they want me to talk about this week. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just whoa. Oh, wait. There we go. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just do what I'm told. 350,000 views in the last day and a half on Diddy. Of course he can. All right. So this is why this is weird. Okay. Signs and symptoms of pneumonia vary from mild to severe, chest pain when you breathe and cough, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So when to see a doctor? Like all of this stuff is like, hang on. The one that I read was like, basically as soon as you get on antibiotics, it'll like immediately start to clear up. This is actually a different article. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Bottom line. Do you know anybody who gets pneumonia on a level where they're going to die from it and they just sit in their house? Okay, Diddy's story makes no sense. She was so sick that she didn't want her kids to get sick, so she gives them to Diddy. Diddy's there checking on her. She says, take care of my kids, Diddy. Do you have any idea what having pneumonia is like? You can't breathe. Like your lungs are filled with fluid. So you're like, there's like nothing more terrifying than that I could even think of, dude. And they're just like, I'll just wait this out at my house. Dude, a couple of the guys that I know from Anthony Smith's fight camp, like his camp, they got early COVID, like really early COVID, the very beginning. So they got the really gnarly first one. And they told me, like, you know, because they got pneumonia and they were in their house. They're like, dude, they thought, I thought, I really genuinely thought I was going to die. And all of them went to the hospital, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, this story makes no fucking sense. Makes no sense at all. I did see this. Now, this I have seen about Usher and all that stuff. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was this, dude. So, what I've seen from a lot of, here we go. Let's look at this. So, what the? Dude, are you serious, Miami Herald? You're going to make me subscribe? Get out of here. Hang on. Okay, whatever. All right, bottom line, look. So I've seen very consistently from a ton of people about the that their theory is that Diddy's plane was taking a bunch of evidence out of his house, right? It's like, oh, that's what he was doing. You know, he's getting rid of evidence. I don't believe that at all now. And the reason I don't believe that is because of this, the video, well, two things. Okay. So, oh, by the way, did you guys hear that Bankman-Fried got sentenced to 25 years? You know, everyone said he was going to get away with that, and he's not. 25 years. Diddy is about to disappear in a submarine that he built to explore the Bermuda Triangle. He's already chilling on the Epstein compound somewhere. Maybe, dude. Thank you for the super chat. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Jesse, look up the video with him and his sons forcing that little girl to tell the camera Diddy saved her off the street. It's so uncomfortable. Oh, man. I will shortly. But this video right here. So like this video right here of Diddy pacing like after they raided his house. Listen, dude. He didn't know they were coming, man. This is, like I said in my video yesterday, this is the look of a guy who literally just got a stage 4 cancer diagnosis. Like, he's in shock. He's in shock. If he knew that they were coming, he wouldn't look like that, you know? And then here's the other thing. His kids were named in that lawsuit. So they actually got detained. There's no way that if he knew the feds were coming, that he would have had his kids there. You know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't have had his kids chilling at the house to get, you know, rung up. They could have taken him. If he knew they were coming, kids wouldn't have been there and he would not have looked like that. It's my theory. I don't know. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I don't know. That's my theory. Okay, but I'm talking about like when you're about to fucking die, dude. Like, if you're about to die from pneumonia, yeah, you are. At least I think, dude. Hang on. Let me see. My dad's. We're gonna. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get. You know what? We're gonna get an expert medical opinion right now.
Hello.
Hey, you're live on YouTube, so you don't even need to identify yourself. I need to ask you a medical question.
Am I live on YouTube? No.
You are. You don't even need, dude. You're a random voice. You don't need to say who you are if you don't want to. So, I mean, you feel free though if you like, if you want to identify yourself. But okay, how likely is it that a person would die of lobar pneumonia without ever going to the hospital?
I don't know. I mean, you know, it depends how bad it is and what their immune status is, and you know, there's a lot of things.
Okay, but let's say that they had it for like 5-6 days, and then they died suddenly in their house from lobar pneumonia. They have tons of resources, a wealthy person. Is there is that likely? Or at some point, would they have probably gone to the hospital to get looked at? What?
Whether they know how to dial 911, whether they're semi-conscious, there's too many things involved. Answer that.
Okay, they definitely know how to dial 911. They were so concerned that they were going to die, supposedly, that they said, make sure that someone takes care of my kids. But they just never called the hospital for some reason.
You're asking me absurd questions. There's no answer to these questions without knowing the very specific circumstances that person is in. If they're sick enough to say, take care of my kids, they're not sick enough to die immediately.
Fair enough. Conspiracy verified. Okay, I'll call you later.
No conspiracies. There are no conspiracies.
Nope, you just verified it. Don't argue, or else I'll tell everybody who you are. Give them your cell phone number. Oh man. Yeah, that guy definitely does not hate Jesse. Anyway, so what else we got on Diddy, dude? I'm gonna sign off. Unless what else you guys want to talk about? I know I'm a fucking complete idiot. That sounded like Chael. That's definitely not Chael, dude. Jackpot. All right, so what else we got? Or else I'm gonna sign it off and okay, yeah. I'll talk about the bridge, dude. So I did the video yesterday where I was like, this looks fucking intentional. And then one of my buddies who actually is a fucking boat pilot for those things hit me up. He's like, yeah, no, it's definitely not intentional. And they convinced me, listen, I'm like, this shit is blah, 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 blah. But I might sound like, but if an expert hits me up that I trust and is like, here's why you're wrong, then I'm like, all right, most of the time. But so, yeah, I don't know. It does look bad, dude. It looks so bad. Like, I don't understand how it turned like that, but if they tell me fucking it's not real, then it is what it is. Ooh, I can give you guys a little bit of something on Vince McMahon. Mike, thank you for the super chat. Listen, dude. Dana fucking did McMahon. Dana bided his time for 20 fucking years and then buried McMahon. That I can tell you. I still got to do that fucking video, man. I got to do that video. And I will actually. I will do that video. But for now, I'm going to sign off. I love you guys. Me and Gabrielle are going downtown Austin for the night. So I just wanted to come in here and say what's up. And that's what I got. I love you guys. Peace.